How is it going, everybody? My name is Copyright, and today we're gonna do some impossible stuffs. And as previous already said, with a lot of this sort of decks that are combo based and can finish out the game almost in one turn, it's really difficult to collect the clips, especially for this sort of highlights, because people, as soon as they see that something is happening, they quit or they just concede. And this is why there may be some stuff that are, or some games that are not always finished, but I'm gonna try to explain as much as possible, especially after the game. In the gameplay part, after the games, I usually state a little bit longer to explain what would happen next, so you know if this situation come up to you, that you know how to handle it and what to do next if the opponent do not concede. Otherwise, let's get right into the deck. It's a Jund Reanimator combo mid-range deck, let's say, because we can pull off some amazing combos, but we are also a mid-range deck that can finish the games almost like turn 5, turn 6, sometimes you will see some gameplay where I finish it out really early on against also other aggressive decks, but also against control decks. And for this deck, the key points of this deck are, first off, know your combo. And this is what we are gonna talk about. Of course, first, all the combos that are possible with this deck. This is why this intro maybe will take a little bit longer. If you don't want to hear it and jump straight to the gameplay part, please do so, but if you want to play this deck on yourself, definitely stay here and check out all the combos that are possible, because it's really important to know how to pilot and how to play this deck. The second key point is always have a green mana in your hand open. If you start a game and if you don't have green, let's say you have black and red or something else, you say we are 3 colors, mulligan, mulligan. Without green, this deck will not function, will not be playable at all. You will most likely 95% lose the game if you start your game without a green mana. You can start the game without red, you can start the game without black, but you cannot start without green mana. So always keep in mind, have a green mana in your hand. And the last point is, if you play against control decks or counter decks, especially bait out the counters with the cards that do not synergize with your combos. So we will look now in them, and I will tell you especially what I mean with it, which cards you can play without even thinking about it, if they get countered, if they get removed or anything else, and which card you should keep back as long as possible if you think that the opponent has some counter spells or some possibilities to interact with this card in the same situation, like when you cast it, like Divide by Zero, Fading Hopes, and all the counter spells like Wash Away and Saw It Coming and so on. So we will talk about it more. Let's break down a little bit the deck. As I said, we will mostly talk about the combo possibilities, but also check out first the cards. Jasper Sentinel, 4-off, just amazing card in combination, especially without Magda. Magda and Sentinel basically has the one and only purpose to ramp us faster into our combo, that we can play our combo maybe on turn 4 or 5, so we can do it much more efficient. Then we have, of course, also our Innkeeper. He's not also a ramp card for us, but also provides us with life to stay alive until we pull off our combo, especially against aggressive decks. You saw it maybe in the clip highlight where I played against a zombie deck and won. I think I was like on 2 life or something, where you just need to keep passion just to know when and what is possible. Then, of course, we have a little bit of control tools with our Grasp and with our Meathook. Those are cards that are literally just here because sometimes we need to kill something, especially if one of our combo pieces are taken away by Brutal Katara or something else. So we have this interaction here. And then we come to the main combo piece, let's say, and this is the most important card in your deck, is this Olivia Crimson Bride. Who doesn't know, it's a 6 mana, 3/4, so the stats are horrible, but she has flying and haste, so this is pretty good, legendary. And she says, whenever Olivia Crimson Bride attacks, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, tap and attacking. And this creature gains whenever you don't control a legendary vampire, exile this creature. So here you need to be really careful, because if Olivia dies, the creature you are reanimated will also die or go away. And there is where the first combo come into play, and this is also really important combo with our Undead Butler. Undead Butler, who doesn't know, a 2 mana 1/2, and when he enters the battlefield you mill 3 cards, and when he dies you can exile him and return a creature card from the graveyard to your hand. So here is the combo when you have nothing in hand or you suspect your opponent has a removal for the Olivia, maybe another Meathook or something. Take out your Battler. Not only he will mill you again, so he provides you again with value from your graveyard, but also if opponent sweeps the board or remove Olivia, Battler dies, you exile Battler, take Olivia back in your hand. If opponent removes Battler, basically never happened to me, but you can still do the same. If Battler mills something else, you can exile him and take something else out of your graveyard, maybe another Olivia. So this is a combo if you suspect opponent have a sweeper or opponent has a kill spell or something. Most likely, depends against who you play. In the late game they don't have so much answers to it, but sometimes it happens. You will see in a gameplay I have this combo one time happening. The opponent removes everything, I exile the Butler, take the Olivia back, and basically the next turn we do exactly the same. Just that we don't take the Butler, or if you have a Butler in the graveyard you can take the Butler again, but we take maybe something else out. So this is a really exciting and interesting combo. Then another card that is also part of, let's say, what we are trying to do is small 2 mana sorcery. We saw it in my previous graveyard decks. Self-mill card that says reveal top 4 cards of your library, put all land cards revealed this way into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. So not only it can fill our graveyard really fast, but also provides us with land drops. And for land drops we have some other combos here. You see maybe we have Rent 7 one time. Let's put him here. We have Ashaya that benefits from land drops, but also we have our almost never played Morok Fury of Akum, a 6 mana 6/6 with landfall. And what does the landfall do? At first, each creature you control gets +1/+0 for each time it attacks this turn. So basically, when he enters the battlefield, they will get +1/+0 if you reanimate it with Olivia. But also, whenever you play a land, whenever a land enters the battlefield under your control, if it's your main phase, there is an additional combat phase after this phase. At the beginning of combat, untap all creature you control. So here is really important. Do not play a land on your main phase. It will not give you another combat step. You need to play the land on your second main phase. As you know, there is these phases now: untap, draw, main step. Then declare attacker, attackers. Then the attacking phase has multiple phases too, like applying damage, calculating damage, and so on and so on. But then after the attacking, there comes a second main phase before your end phase, right? And in the second main phase, you play the land there. And if you play it, then after this phase, there is an additional combat phase that is again followed by the second main phase. So this can lead to one-turn kills that you maybe saw in the clip, where opponent also scooped because he knew what was going to happen. And this leads to a crazy one-turn kill combo, because Olivia says you can reanimate anything whenever she attacks. So because of our, Morok Fury of Akum, Olivia again attacks, she will get bigger, so she will be a 5/4, again reanimate something, and again go in for the damage. And it can get even crazier. It can get even crazier because if you have a Shaya on the board, then all your creatures are also lands. So whenever you play a creature in your second main phase, the Morok triggers again. And this can get so fast out of hand. Basically, you have a one-turn win. And then we also have something else that synergizes with land drops, and this is one of our Cultivator Colossus, the new card from Crimson Vow, a 7 mana, and he has star, and his power and toughness is equal, like Ashaya, equal to the amount of lands you control. So if you have these two bad boys, in general, if you have one of all of three of these, the game is over. The game is over. Opponent can do nothing. But still, his ability says he has trample. This is already really good against if you play against Ores of Control or something. Colossus power and toughness are each equal to the number of lands we control. We know it already. 10. Colossus enters the battlefield. You may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield tapped. If you do, draw a card and repeat this process. So here is a thing. Sadly, it never came up because 2 times I had him, the combo, but the opponent usually scoops when you have him. But here's the thing. Because Ashaya makes also creatures lands, so if you play a creature with Colossum on the board, and you see we have a lot of small creatures, cheap creatures to play, he enters as a land. So Colossum draws you a card, and if this is a card, a land or a creature, you can repeat it, because a creature is actually also a land that enters the battlefield, right? So this never came up to me, but you can still keep on going, and you see maybe what will happen then. You just keep on growing, and usually in this time when you play this Colossum, you have at least like 6-7 mana minimum, and you see we have some cheap creatures to play for cheap mana, and our Morgul give us always extra combat phase, so it's basically a one turn kill for the opponent, doesn't matter what he does. Then we have our Caretaker, already saw in the yesterday's video, and the Caretaker is basically here again because there is so many Dimir. I encountered so many Dimirs and so many Zori's control too that use Fading Hope and bounce spells and all these things. Caretaker is basically the one who takes care of it. This is why she's a Caretaker, and she gives our permanent hexproof if it's nighttime. So first, to set up this combo you need maybe a little bit, but you will see I set up this combo quite a few times in the gameplay, but also in general in my games I don't have a problem to play it, because Caretaker on her own, even without reanimating her, has hexproof, so it means for opponents it's really difficult to deal with her. Then you basically need to pass to keep your maybe interaction open, that it becomes night, right? And then at night, as soon as it's night, then you start putting your Olivia on the board. She will have hexproof, she will get 2 counters from our Caretaker. then you can start reanimating things, because then again they all have hexproof. So this is like, if you want to get sure, play the Caretaker first, turn it to Knight, and then play Olivia. This is really important to know if you play against a deck that has a lot of bounce spells. Yeah, this is so far for the combo. As I said, this is all the combo pieces, except Renan 7. He is just a provider for cards and also provider for tokens that can block maybe some flyers that can win you the game, and stuff like this. I played against Celestia humans with some angels and stuff where they have the flyers, and I needed Ren 7 and he came in the right time. But those are the combo pieces, and those cards you should never play in a counter spell. So if opponent has something open, and here everything that is here you can play in the counter spells, right? So if you think opponent has something, you play these cards. Most likely they will counter Ren. So if you want to take out a counter, if you think they foretold a counter, play Ren. If they didn't counter Ren, then they 100% don't have the count. Florian, also a great card advantage, but also a great tool against zombie decks or against other aggressive decks, because he has first strike, he can stay back and literally provide you with a little bit more card advantage, because every time something deals damage, you look at this amount of cards, and then you can play one of it, or you can exile one of it and play it, and he can stay back and just provide you with a little bit of blocking power. But him you can also easily play in a counter spell. It doesn't matter, because at the end, if you want to, we can reanimate with Olivia, Florian, and instantly look at the top 6 cards to play something more, right? So if you need it, you still have the possibility to get him out if opponent counters him. The same is true for everything, for all other creatures. If we need, Olivia still can take him out, or like play him. I mean, sometimes you can even play maybe Olivia if you know you have, for example, Undead Butler on the board and the opponent do not have any exile spells. You can play Olivia into it, and then Butler will constantly do 1 damage. Earlier or later, opponent needs to deal with the Butler, and when it's the case, or you can even deal with him with yourself with Mid-Hook Massacre. And when you deal with it, you can exile him and take Olivia back to hand, and next turn you can just swing in with Olivia again. So you can also set it up. But I think the easiest or the best way is you gain some experience playing it, maybe in the play queue, and then you can go to rank and see all the combos happening by yourself. It took for me maybe 2 or 3 games to reach the win rate that I reached. And by the way, check out the win rate from this deck, just amazing. I think I had a 6-1 run. I lost only against a mill deck, and you will see it in the gameplay part definitely. And this is just an amazing run what I had. Yeah, to our lands, we have actually just 23 lands, even if we have so much big spells, but the most things that we have are ramping us at first, and second, the big spells, we do not really want to play them, except Olivia, of course. We want more likely to reanimate them or bring them back out of the graveyard, and this is why 23 lands is a really good number, really good count for it. We have a lot of tools like Ren and Molch to loot for lands, so lands were never a problem. There we have 3 swamps, 3 forests, and then all the dual lands that I could find in my deck. Basically pathways, double-sided new lands from Midnight Hunt and Crimson Vow. You see, I still have from Golgari, from Kaldheim, only 1 pathway. Maybe one day I will craft a little bit more, but currently I have only 2 rares and I need them for the deck building. Yeah, this is so far for the deck. Let's see again for you, just that you see we have 23 lands, 26 creatures, 11 non-creatures. And I'm telling you up front, the deck performed amazing for me, and the deck is super fun to play. Really interesting, really something different on the board, and you can deal with a lot of meta stuff. Otherwise, without further ado, I don't want to hold you off of the gameplay part. If you have any suggestions for me, let me know down in the comments. Otherwise, let's check out the gameplay. Gumtree. Gumtree. See what Gumtree has to offer. Okay, we have green, we have black, and red maybe we can get without pressure, so this is okay to start. Green is the most important color to have in this deck. If you don't have green in your opening hand, I recommend you to mulligan. Otherwise it will be really difficult to get your mana together, to get your stuffs together. And in this way, maybe this is what are yours of control. Sure. Stuff like this can happen, but we still have our Innkeeper who fix our mana with his treasures, but also provide us with a little bit of life gain. So it's okay. Lorian joins the party. It's also okay. I'm not a enemy of Lorian. Bloop bloop. Attacks. Next turn we're gonna play a Shaya. Florian wants to attack me. I will chumpy so he don't have to draw cards. Should we play Olivia and reanimate some of our innkeepers? Ah, okay. Interesting. Some blood synergy here. You're vampires, right? I like to play Olivia to have more, how you say, insta possibilities. Let's say like this. So, says. Nope. Nope. And this is why it's cool, because some or a lot of our creatures are also really powerful on their own. This is what we're gonna play for red. Like a Shaya, for example, now opponent needs to deal with multiple stuffs at once. And also maybe, let's say, have spells that can target also like land permanents. Because as I said previously, now our creatures are also lands. He wants to attack, but I will kill the Florian if he attacks. And this way I will kill you too. Maybe he has some burn spells, maybe something else, who knows. Will he try? It's okay, he tried to bluff me. Make a bluff. Don't bluff. And what does you say? Destroy target creature, planeswalker. Okay, so this one can still destroy my creatures. Oh, nice. This is actually nice. Should we play a little bit sad? We don't have any play you for red, right? We play. Why do you wanna use the innkeeper? We use you for red. I wanna keep the innkeeper on tap. And then go with you. We return back the innkeeper just to have the treasure back to get some life, because he can block him obviously with the first striker. Jun. Okay, he wants to block Olivia and the innkeeper. He takes 9, no 8, because he will die now. Okay, it's okay. At least my innkeeper will not get exiled. Bzoop. Now we let a 3 damage through from Florian, because I don't want to kill my innkeeper. And the opponent needs to be really careful what he's doing. Nice! Can attack with Olivia too. I will be happy to draw some mill cards. No need to block. Opponent has no mana. Doesn't matter what he really draw. And this is a big one. This is a really big one. So let's do it like this. Green, play. He enters, make some triggers. We play the land, draw another one, and then we go in. And now, I didn't have the combo before, but now should be the case that if I play a creature, it will count as a land. So everything I'm playing now will be counting as a enter ability of the colors. And this is more crazy. This will be like, wow, right? Yeah, it will be really fun, definitely. Definitely really, really fun. What is our opponent is ready to do? Right now he can -3 something. Get back something attacking, but I will of course block it with our Colossus. Florian, no big deal. Even if he is a little bit too big for our opponent, I think. And what our opponent doesn't know that we have... Oh, why? At a double! Jesus, I always forget it, but it's okay. We have Olivia in the hand, and Olivia will give us some potential here. I think he's even dead. I think he's even dead. I think he is dead. And we get back to Colossum. I don't have lands in the hand, but it's okay. Good game, my friend, good game. It was definitely fun. Gumtree, thank you for playing. I won't appreciate if you will stay in the game, just so we can finish normally, because it was maybe 3 seconds more maximum, right? Just good game, click pass, you receive the damage, and then it's done. You don't need to concede. But okay, cool one. So, let's open up with a tapland against Necromantux. The name says me something. I have the feeling I already played against him. And currently I have... Oh no, it's okay, it's okay. Bren and Sven. Bren and Sven. And Bren and Sven, we have non-reanimatable stuff. And our opponents maybe... Oh no, you are typical demon. Oh, okay. I was hoping you are maybe some spirit stuff, because I encountered some spirits in the last few days. I can play you, right? He's foretelling something. Foretell a counter spell? Let's play Florian, because if you don't deal with him, it will guarantee me more likely to draw a land in the next 3 cards if I can attack with him. Otherwise he will maybe divide by 0 it. Also possible. Or maybe instantly kill it, who knows. And that's okay. If opponent wants to go this way, don't play the land, let's attack first. Let's see what our opponent has to offer. A bounce spell? You will need your bounce spells against my Vrenchik. Ah, okay. He has maybe also a counter spell open, the mana. This is why we're gonna play you. Okay, it's not a counter spell. Meat hook for 2 maximum, so... Oh, he likes bulk cards, okay. And let's play Florian too. Let's play Florian too. It doesn't limit my possibility to play Vrenchik if he interacts with the board. Ran the 27, and opponent, if you scry to top 2, you should hit your land drops, my friend. You should definitely hit your land drops, otherwise it will be really scry. Okay, hit a tap land, this is good. Means next turn we go for some damage and we will see. Olivia is nice. Olivia is always nice. This is why I'm really happy with 3 of her. I don't draw too much and I don't draw never her. I always draw her when I needed her. And sometimes I even start games with her in the hand. It's also okay at the end. Let's see. Our opponent wants to let the damage happen. Okay. Let me see what we can use. I think Molch, right? Molch give me a land and also a meal. So I think Molch is the better choice here. Let's see. Now opponent is maybe starting to understanding what sort of deck I am. You wanna counter it? No. He has something to interact. Maybe divide by 0. Wow. Wow. This is amazing, huh? 3 lands at once. Okay. Let's mill ourselves a little bit more. And now we are in the game. In the game. Pawn takes a little bit longer, but it's okay. I hope you don't mind. Wash away. Nice. Wash away is really, really nice. Meat hook mask. It's okay too. Joop joop. Now we are gonna play our caretaker, I think, after we saw that. Wait, we have green, we have black, we don't have red, right? Let's play the red, and let's play the caretaker. It's okay that you don't give other stuffs protection, right? Or counters right now, because opponent needs to deal with it, so he needs to have another meat hook. If you don't do anything, like he passes literally, then everything will get protection. He's looking in the graveyard. Why are you looking into my graveyard? There is not much happening. I think my opponent knows. He knows.
A few moments later.
Oh, go blank. Go blank. Better now than later, will I say, right? Alright, let's get rid of lands. Because I wanna keep my Renchik. Interesting that he has go blank. And this is something you don't see so often. So, then let's play our Renchik. Ran the 27. I hope he has only 1 or 2 go blanks. Wash away, okay. Then go in and keep everything back so just in case he has another go blank. Okay, this is actually good. Then we can play another one of you. And should we loot for lands? I think so, right?
But we also will not. Every seed contains.
That's good, that's good. Another caretaker in the graveyard. Play you. Everything gets +1/+1. Opponent has nothing on the board. And because he has Field of Ruin, end the turn. Because he has Field of Ruin right now, Ashaya will be terrible because he can. Okay, he's gone. Let me bring my thought to the end. Because I think, as I said, a lot of interactions are for me always like, what if some cards, because there are a lot of cards with a lot of text on it, but I think he said destroy target non-basic land. Oh no. Ashaya says that they are basic, right? Forest or something. We need to read on Ashaya later. In the intro I will maybe do it. Non-basic land and opponent controls, each player search your library. So theoretically this could be a creature destroy with Ashaya, but I think Ashaya says that in addition to its other types, it's like a forest, so like a basic land, so he cannot destroy it theoretically. Dr. What? Or Dr. Yacht? Whatever, the hand looks good. I'm on the draw. On the draw, it's also not bad. Against aggressive, we have some life gain and some removal. And now we just miss some meal effects. Mil Effectos. And then we can pop off. Just this deck has sometimes so crazy turns. In the highlights, I think you saw. Play as a green source. In the highlights, I think you saw how explosive it can be against this zombie deck, where just in one turn you basically win the game and turn everything around. And this is the cool part. You can literally win like out of nothing. If you think, oh fuck, I need to draw Mid-Hook Massacre. No, you draw Olivia in the right time. You go in, reanimate something that gives you an extra attack step, reanimate with Olivia again, and so on and so on. It's just really cool. I like it. Somebody think that I'm important. Please stop sending messages. Stop sending me. It's my voicemail. Somebody call with a weird number. Some hoax. Some hoax. Meal deck against me. I don't think it's the best idea. What did he meal? Oh, Caretaker, Ranchik, Midhook, and Butler. Okay. There is also a small combo with Olivia and Butler, because Olivia says whenever you don't control the creature that you reanimate dies. So if Olivia dies, you can... Butler will die, and then you can exile the Butler. I think it was like this. Now we play you, and we play you. Gain some life check. I don't think life will be a really big thing in this game, because it looks like he's all out for the combo meal. But I have such a huge amount of creatures with a lot of mana. Fading the hope. Hope and faded. Here we need to be careful that he do not divide by 0 my Olivia. Even if it's not bad, we need more to take care that he... Okay, life, okay, and parts, okay, sure. He gained full value out of it, it's good. I like it. And we get Mulk. This is really good. Good draw for us. Chup. And we are gonna Mulk it. Give me some lands. Hey! Okay. Test of talent, my Mulk. That's cool. I mean, sure, why not, right? Why not? Now he knows about Olivia, that she will come next turn. So most likely he will try to keep up some counter spells open. Let's see, we have Shaya, Caretaker. I think Caretaker at night will be good. I also think about maybe to add Celester, the artifact. The artifact that turns it to night whenever you want, like on a command. I think this artifact will be amazing. Play you first. He has open mana. Let's attack. Oh no. No. We chill. We play you. And the end step we kill. Chup. And we end the turn. We will force him to take out all the counters. Chup. Jum. Because we are not... You like it? You like it? Pass. My turn. Maybe he has Lyra. Liar. You think he has a counter? Should we check it? Let's check it, right? Okay, behold. He's looking for a counter. No, there is no counters in his hand. You need a specific counter to counter her. And then we go all in. Olivia brings back Butler? No, maybe he has bounce spells, right? Now let's bring back Butler. Butler mills a little bit more, and as I said, we have the protection. If he tries to interact. Chum, chum, chum. And the turn. And then you will maybe see that if he interacts, if he bounces, for example, Olivia, Butler will also die. Or he does something like this. Then we take action. And we take back the Olivia. Boom. And this is a really, really nice combo, I think. This is why sometimes think ahead. But I will mention it. Think ahead what you are doing. And now we can bring a Shaya as a 7. Right? Yeah, Shaya. And this also gives us a little bit protection because he needs to bounce. If he bounce with some spells or try to interact with some spells that says non-land permanent, then he cannot do it because they are both lands now. And this is also really, really nice. Yeah, really, really exciting, really interesting how my head started working since few weeks. How I came up with this deck. And this deck I came up really spontaneously. Actually, I was preparing a aggro deck for you. Hideous Laughter, it's okay. You oh no, he exiled the combo piece. He exiled my Fury. It's okay, it's okay. Another Butler. Whoa, 2 Butlers already? Okay. But you're dead next turn, right? I don't think you can bounce them because they're lands. But we will see. So, let's go in. Or he can. Okay. He can. But I can still play her. He can. Fading Hope says bounce any, right? Yeah. Whoa. Bro, 12 cards left. And another one. Nice. He milled me. Good game, bro. Good game. Good game. Very nice. Very good. Very good. Definitely fun. Especially against something like this. And said I didn't know that the target creature. Maybe. What does the divide by 0 says? Non-land permanent? No, right? Okay. This is nice. This is nice. Maybe I should think of something about it. What could we have done differently? I don't even know. Some protection for Olivia? Nah, not really, right? We have some tools. We have some tools against the meal stuff. Especially. Maybe I should have reanimate caretaker. Yeah, but it doesn't give me X-Proof, right? So he can still do a lot of things. Oh, look, it's cool. Let's check another one out. Messamut. Interesting. We go first, and this is theoretically not the worst hand. Also not the best, but there are definitely possibilities with our bot if you don't get exiled. So let's try it out, I would say. Let's try it out. Messamut. And here we play Forest, we play Swamp, we play Butler, and then Florian, and then hope to get something with the Butler. But who knows? Who knows what our opponent is playing? Na? Mozemut? Mozemut. Yes. Come, guys. Tell your owner he should pay with me. A champion of Parish. Oh, this could be interesting. Florian is definitely a good possibility for it, or a good thing, because he can stop the early aggression. Cast, okay. Right. Something I want to get back in my hand. Think so, right? Nope. Play you for red. Play you out. There we go in. There is no value right now from Florian, but maybe we can cycle something away. Maybe opponent wants to kill the butler, will also be okay. No, he wants to ramp. Right now, Innkeeper and Sentinel. Moving violence. What? What are you for shenanigans here? This is some landfall triggers? Endless Rider, okay. There's Florian, will stop the aggression. Okay. Let's go first with Mull, because we have still green land open. Okay. Ooh. This is actually a really nice meal. We're gonna go with you and with you. And we're gonna stay back. No need to do anything because Butler will die to Perish without anything. This way I can maybe chump block with Butler. Let me see. Okay, this is much better. Wee, Jesus. This can be really painful for my opponent. No? Let's see. What are the possibilities here? I cannot play a second. So let's play for black. Let's bring out Olivia. Gain some life. Go in with both of you. Take out you. This is painful. Here we exile just a land. And I think next turn our opponent is dead, right? I think so. Turn 4, turn 5 for us. Turn... He missed the land. Ah, then it's turn 5. So right now his options are to kill Olivia, then the Moruk will go away. Okay, good game, my friend. Good game.